What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do another review of these 1/4 scale custom statues. What I got here with me is God Doom in a museum pose and another one of the Wolverine versus Sentinel diorama here. This one is actually painted by Titinun Painter herself. Let's check them out. Before we get to the review, I just want to give you guys an update. If you remember the Spiderman versus Sinister 6 diorama that I did a live unboxing on, well, they sent me a replacement of the base and also the hammer hand of the Sandman that I dropped during that live. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. But that's cool. So I'm going to have to send this over to a guy so he can re-engineer everything and make sure everything is in place. So what I'm planning on doing is basically send every part that's on the base here and also all of the character over to the guy. There are some broken parts during the last break, but this should be pretty easy fix. But my main concern is basically the engineering of the whole statue. I want to make sure that it's stable and I can display it up top without having to worry about any of that. Okay, let's start off with God Doom. Let's check out the base first. So underneath here, you see here it said Doom in white color, sculpted by Caleb Nevson. And also this is number 3 out of 32. That is a pretty cool info that they gave us. Now let's check out the base itself. There is like a bunch of sculpture. It's kind of remind me of those Roman Empire kind of feeling to it. And you have this separate kind of panel right here with the statues holding on to the side. That is a pretty nice touch as well. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it has a nice design and scope and depth to it. From far away though, it looks pretty good as far as the color. I know they're trying to make it kind of look like a marble effect to this base, but to me, when you come closer to it, it doesn't really give you that feeling, especially the top right here. It's just kind of weird, man, with the yellow and it's kind of greenish looking. It's kind of too bland for me. I don't know, man. You guys let me know though, because like from far away, I really do like it, but the closer I get to it, it just loses me for some reason. All right, now we're gonna assemble the body of Doom. So there is a little peg right here. Key it right down in. There we go. And there is a little magnetic on the other side. So make sure you move that so it can stay stable. Let's put on the cape. This is the cape. It's pretty lightweight, which is good. There are 2 keys right here on top. You gotta be careful putting it in though, so you don't gonna scratch anything. There we go. And it just sits almost flush to the back. We'll talk about the review and everything later. These are the parts that come with it. So you get 3 different right hand, 3 head sculpts, tesseract, and the left arm that will go behind him. And also for the head sculpt, you're gonna have these 2 different keys for different head sculpt, and of course his hoodie. To put on the head sculpt, you actually have to put the head inside of this hoodie first to make this work. So it's a little bit pain in the ass, I know. And then you just place the key while it's underneath this. Okay, so this is how you put it on. So that is a key for the hoodie. and one for the head sculpt. So make sure you put them on at the same time, like this. So it's a little bit pain in the ass. If you want to switch out the portrait, you actually have to take the whole thing out and do it again. And to finish it off with the right hand. In Secret Wars comic, this god Doom is the most powerful version of Doom. He got his power from the Molecule Man who stole the power from the Beyonder. He is the ruler of the battle world and has a bunch of Thor police. Basically, he just has the power of the god, and I hope we see him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe here soon. Okay, I talk about the base. You know how I feel about that. Moving on to the armor itself and the boot. It looks pretty good, but I would like the color to be more metallic. Right now, it's a little bit matted and it doesn't reflect all that much, even though it has a pretty nice color tone and also the shadowings and all of the right details here. And his outfit here, I think they did a pretty good job as far as the creases and the fold of the clothes. And I like that it's kind of an off-white color, so it's not like way too bright, even though there's some scuffling right here. And also this little spot right here. Oh, it came off. Okay, good. But yeah, nice patterns. I like the gold trim in it. And the belt here could have been a little bit better. It's a little bit too shiny if you compare it to like the rest of his body here. But other than that, I think they did a pretty good job. To the left arm, same thing. I think the armor, they did a pretty good job overall. And I really do like little dirts. It just looked worn, so that's good. That's a nice effect they did. All the details are there. Again, should have been a little bit more metallic look to it. I would like that a lot better. The drape of the cape here, I think it looks really good. It got really nice patterns to it. The gold trim make it looks really nice. Yeah, all the way down to the base. This is probably the best I've seen. It just looks so natural over the whole thing. I like that the cape is just kind of like folded and draped over on the base here, but there are some sloppy paint along the gold trim, if you can see it, but not a big deal. And in front of the cape, they use the real sheen here, which I like. And again, the gold accent just bring out the white. The little hoodie he got on still have the same kind of patterns like his outfit. More creases in the back, just make it look kind of natural, which is nice. But like this part right here where the cape kind of meets, I would actually like the hoodie to be inside more, so the drape of the cape can just kind of cover everything. I know that's going to be a bit hard to do. I think they did a pretty good job on the scope of the portrait here on Dr. Doom. If it could be a little bit more metallic look to the faceplate, that would be a lot better. All right, let's switch out the hand here. It's a little snug. We're going to use the palm. Here we go. We're going to have him hold a tesseract. By the way, this tesseract looks so awful, man. It's like a block of whatever, right? I think they should have used like acrylic, clear resin, something to make it look better. This is what they give, and it's just so far away from the promotional picture. But it doesn't have a key or anything. You just kind of have to place it onto the hand and just hoping for the best. This is the part that doesn't really make sense. Here we go. So just kind of have to rest it on the thumb and the pinky on the other side and hope it stays. Now I'm going to show you the difference between the head sculpt here. This one right here, it is a little bit thin. This one, it has a wider face, so we're going to switch it out to this one, but they both look pretty good. And it has like a couple of different details on the side as well. Okay, there we go. This one seemed to fit a little bit better than I think because of the wider face. Again, if it's metallic, it will look better, but I think they did a pretty good job on the details and everything here. Okay, switch it out to the unmasked portrait. I think they did a pretty good job on the skin tone here, but it's missing something. Like, you know how the mask meet the skin? It's just a little bit too flat, I think. They could have made the mask area here just a little bit more separated from the skin. And the last switch out, just having him hold the mask. So basically, you just have to place it on the hand like this. It is pretty lightweight, so it doesn't really matter all that much. And that's the complete look of the unmask, which looks pretty good, I think. So overall, I think this does fit the Doctor Doom pretty well, being a museum pose, and yet he still looked powerful in it. And I chose this God Doom version because not many company does this character all that much, so it looked really different. One bad thing that I don't like about it is being a 1/4 scale in museum style, and the story base, kind of like the LBS that they do. I'm just more used to the 1/3 scale, so when this 1/4 scale comes, it just looks so small compared to them, man. I got this LBS 1/3 scale Superman sample production right here to compare with this Doctor Doom. Actually, it's not too bad when you kind of put it together. Being the 1/4 scale and 1/3 scale, there should be a bigger difference, but this one is not too bad. So yeah, it may be just me, when I say it's a little bit too small than what I'm liking, but over here, I think it does look pretty good. Now let's take a look at Wolverine versus Sentinel diorama here. This one is, of course, painted by Titinun Painter herself, and it's actually one of the older pieces that came out from the studios. Now let's take a look at it. This is all the parts that it comes in with. It comes in one, maybe like a little bit oversized box, but not too bad. So you get 3 different heads. You got a sub base and a Sentinel base, Sentinel eye, 2 different hands, and the body. That's all. So this is the bottom of the base. You see here, it is the artist proof version. This is number 13 out of 15, and you get Titinun Painter signed it herself. All right, let's get it assembled. And then the Sentinel head, there's something loose inside. I can kind of hear it, but all right. Oh, it's pretty heavy, but I think one person can manage it, no problem. Okay, so here is the Sentinel head onto the base. Now get the body on top. There are 2 keys. One will go right here at the bottom, and one goes on top. There we go. Let's get the Sentinel eyes in. And the hand. Boom, that's it. As for the sub base, I think this is the first time ever seeing this type of color for the Sentinel that she shows. It's kind of like a light metallic purple against the gold, but I think she did a pretty good job of weathering. And the damage here, you can kind of see it's like different color. That looks pretty good. And I really do like this. It's not a shiny metallic. The delicate details underneath the mask of this Sentinel, it's just so awesome, man. I mean, that's a really nice sculpt. Lots of details going on. And I like how she just separate the gold from the silver itself to make it stand out more. Looking really nice, man. And the Sentinel mask, man, again, lots of details up in here. You even got some bullet wound right here, a lot of scratches everywhere. Very nice, man. Lots of nice shadowing that she did. Again, the gold, just shiny gold. And the metallic look. The light metallic, I'm not sure how I like that really. The metallic purple light color. It should have been a little bit more saturated, I think. But other than that, I think everything else looks really good. And the eye for the Sentinel, I think that's really cool. It's a really nice touch. You can see this one right here. Yeah, I like the color that she shows. Even though it doesn't have a light up function, I think this does work. Even more delicate details from the eyes. These are all sculpted right here. Even it's not a real wiring, but it looks good, man. I dig it. The boot on the Wolverine looks really good. Bunch of different patterns, creases. She did put some of the shadowing all over, which is nice. This part kind of make it look like it is leather. Very nice, man. The stitching here, I mean, they pay attention to details on this one. Really liking it. More patterns onto the suit, the yellow suit he has on. Again, nice coloring on the shadow. More creases. Muscle tone looks really nice. You can even see the stitching right here on the underwear and along the leg over here on both sides. I really do like that, man. They did such a great job here. Yeah. And the color, I kind of like that because some of the blue is like some dark, some light. Just give you that perspective of being a realistic look. As for the belt, I've never seen the buckle in silver color. Usually it is red right here, and he usually have pouches around, but this one doesn't. I don't mind it. I think it kind of looks clean the way it is. And the body itself, again, very nice muscle tone, and the stitching and this pattern right here on the black, I think they did such a good job making it look kind of like real leather, like a real suit basically. Lots of different patterns once again. Nice muscle tone in the back. It's just a little ridiculous, but it really does work. I like the vein that's coming out of his arm right here, looking really nice. And she also put some of the green highlights in it, make it look kind of real. And even like the hair is not too over exaggerated like some other ones that I've seen. So I really do like this. And the glove here have some more pattern stitching, blah, blah, blah. Looking nice, lots of shadowing. And of course, the claw is metallic. So that is always a plus. I think all Wolverine statues should include the real metal on the claw. On the right hand though, you kind of see here, the metal claw is spacing out just a little bit weird. There's more on this side than this, so I'm not sure what's going on here, but yeah, this could have been better. But other than that, yeah, the details on the glove here looks nice. So you get 3 different head sculpts here. Let's take a closer look. Look at the patterns on the mask here. I think it looks really nice. Even got some of the bolts right here on the side. Some creases. Nice coloring overall. And the whited out eyes, you can actually see the little pupil that she kind of painted on. I like that. And the mask here just give you that Kepler feel to it. I really do like. I haven't seen that anyone does that before. And the skin tone, I do like, again, not too dark and not too light. And the teeth, I think they did a pretty good job as well as sculpting and the paint. Just about the same detail on this one, except this is more of a classic look. It just feels more kind of like leather feel to the mask. So kind of different from this one. And here you can kind of see. So it depends if you like more classic or modern style. I kind of like the modern style a little bit more here, but this one does look pretty good as well. This one, he has the open mouth, so you can see the teeth and the tongue and everything inside. Again, same nice details and coloring on the skin tone. Yeah, the leathery feel to it, yeah, looks pretty good, man. This one is a little bit plain on top. The other one just has more patterns on it, but looks good otherwise. All right, let's take a look at the unmasked one. This one is okay, not my favorite. They did sculpt the hair pretty nicely, and she did paint it pretty well. And also you get the mask in the back. So I haven't seen any Wolverine statue that have the mask kind of having over the back like this. It is pretty interesting, but nice details on the teeth, the skin tone, everything looks pretty good. I'm not sure if this is intentional or not, like the nose is a little bit crooked to the right. But yeah, nice jaw and everything. Yeah, just not my type of Wolverine for the unmasked, but it does look good. This is what it looks like with the unmasked portrait. Seems like he is looking down. You really can't see the neck area. And the back here, I kind of like the mask just like laying on his back like this. Okay, now let's check out the other one. Here is more of the classic look with the mouth open. Looks pretty good. It kind of goes with the suit, I think. But of course, my favorite has to be this modern style. Yeah, it just looked really cool with a Kepler feel to it. It just looked nice, man. This is my favorite. All right, for this one, I really do like the feel of it. I like the concept, the action pose he is in. It feels like he is fighting with the Sentinel here. And the quality of everything, the scope, the paint, I think it is probably better than licensed company out there. So yeah, it really depends on who scoped this and what company and what factory they use. Mostly the factory paint that you receive from these custom statues is just not better than the license. But I feel like if you have a custom paint with somebody who can actually paint like this, definitely looks a lot better. And I don't see many things that goes wrong with this, man. This is one of my favorite Wolverine out there. That's it for the review on this custom 1/4 scale Marvel statues. This Wolverine does belong to a friend of mine. He paid about $1,760 all in for it. The Dr. Doom does belong to me, and I paid about $1,300 all in for it. And to me, I think custom statue have an upper hand on the concept of everything. I think it looks really good, especially if you have the custom paint by somebody who does a really good job on it. If you have the custom statue that come from the factory paint, it might not look as good, but I would love to know what you think, if the custom statue is better than the license or not. Also, let me know what you think of the Titinun Painter paint job over here, if it's really good or you think it could be better in somewhat. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.